Oakland County is home to some of the wealthiest communities in Michigan, boasting bustling downtowns, good schools, and beautiful parks. But still, there are families here that are struggling every day to make ends meet. Here, more than 150,000 households don't make enough to pay for basic needs like food, housing, and health care. For these families, every day is filled with anxiety and stress. That's why the United Way for Southeastern Michigan partners with organizations like Lighthouse to help families in distress stay warm and safe and get back on their feet. Since 1972, Lighthouse of Oakland County has provided food and clothing for people in need. And since 1985, South Oakland Shelter has given people a place to get back on their feet one day at a time. In 2019, these two organizations came together to form Lighthouse, a nonprofit dedicated to building equitable communities that alleviate poverty in partnership with and in service to individuals, families, and organizations. From emergency shelters, food pantries, and direct care to housing assistance programs, there is help here for anyone who's in need of some support. With the support of United Way, Lighthouse has been able to help more families than ever before. From basic needs grant funding to emergency support from our COVID-19 Community Response Fund, together, Lighthouse and United Way really serve as a beacon of hope for those of Oakland County and beyond. To talk more about the partnership, we have Sarah Gold, the Director for United Way for Southeastern Michigan. Sarah, tell me more about the partnership between Lighthouse and United Way.
Sure. United Way and Lighthouse are longtime partners, and we've partnered on many different types of services over many years. Currently, we have partnerships that focus on food, housing that run through our basic needs efforts, and also economic mobility supports so that folks can get better jobs, earn the money that they need to make ends meet, and graduate out of the need for services from folks like Lighthouse.
Awesome. So we know that the COVID-19 pandemic has heightened the need for support for housing and food. How has United Way gone about being able to support the needs of the community?
Yeah, so right as we were really fully realizing what COVID-19 was going to mean for our community, we rallied and mobilized as quickly as we could to put resources out and to make sure that partners like Lighthouse had the resources they needed to adapt and adapt quickly.
Thank you. I'm so excited to see what this partnership has brought to the region. Now let's go see what else Lighthouse has to offer. One of the largest needs that has grown through this pandemic is the demand for essential items such as food, toiletries, and diapers. This massive warehouse is now home base for Lighthouse's supply box, package, and delivery system. Volunteers are here daily, packing boxes and supplies for the deliveries that go out. Similar to a food delivery service, they are left at the door of the resident's home to limit contact from driver to recipient. Pre-pandemic food boxes and pantry services, like the one at the main office, were a small portion of the work done here, serving about 250 people per week. But now, they serve roughly 5,000 people per week through this work, about 40% of which are children. To talk with us more about this warehouse and other initiatives that Lighthouse has to offer, I'm here with Ryan Hertz, President and CEO of Lighthouse.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us today.
Much appreciated.
Lighthouse has done some amazing work in the community, but we know that the COVID-19 pandemic has had an impact on organizations like Lighthouse. How has your partnership with United Way helped you all through that time?
Certainly. So the pandemic obviously has shifted everything that we're doing. Pre-pandemic, our organization had gone through a merger recently, and our focus was really on long-term barriers to ending poverty, affordable housing, earned income, addressing really just economic disparity over time. The first day of the first case of COVID-19 in Michigan, we launched an online campaign to try to start raising money to address gap needs. We didn't have the resources to do anything of what we're doing right now. And the first institutional investor in that initiative was United Way. The next morning, United Way CEO called me at 7:30 in the morning, I don't know, I don't wake up as early as she does, apparently. She called me at 7:30 in the morning and said, "What can we do?" And immediately, before any formal initiatives had been in place, committed a $50,000 matching grant. And that campaign ended up, over the course of 2020, raising $3.5 million to support emergency basic services in response to COVID-19. And I credit United Way with helping us aim higher. Our first goal was $25,000. We ended at $3.5 million.
What are some future initiatives that Lighthouse is looking forward to within this next year?
The biggest thing for us is that we don't want to reduce the level of emergency services that we're currently providing. So while it's true that the pandemic helped uncover a lot of need in the community, we're also heavily invested in permanently investing our organization's capital in a long-term response to emergency basic needs. So our hope is that within the next year or so, we'll still be providing the number of emergency shelter units that we're currently providing, but not in a hotel room, in a more sustainable facility. Similarly, with this facility that you see here, this is a temporary solution that we popped up in order to respond to the need as it is, but we want to continue to be able to provide what's needed in the community beyond the scope of this pandemic.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for your hard work and dedication to our community.
My pleasure.
Housing services are a huge part of the work that Lighthouse does. Through their rotating shelter model, they were able to serve about 30 individuals per week. But now, because of the pandemic, that need has grown, and they now provide hotels for more than 100 people per week. We're now standing here in front of one of the newest developments from Lighthouse. The Coolidge Place apartments were developed as low-income housing in Oak Park, Michigan. These luxurious units were just completed in 2020 after breaking ground in July of 2019. Families have the opportunity to apply to become residents here based on need and other circumstances like employment, number of children, and other factors. Here to chat with us about the support she's received from Lighthouse is Jessica Krause and Caitlin May, the Director of Stability Services. Hi, ladies.
Hello.
Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today. So, Caitlin, can you tell us, how has Lighthouse helped families through providing stable housing?
So our agency feels that providing stable housing allows families to be more stable in their environments, have better outcomes on their life. So we like to give them the ability to choose what communities they live in, where their support networks are, where they feel comfortable, in areas that will benefit them.
So Jessica, how has having stable housing helped you focus on your other life goals?
Having stable housing has helped me focus on the goals. I guess it's like a more comfortable atmosphere, and I could concentrate more, less stress, and to focus on what I want to do in the future, possibly finish my schooling and things like that.
Yeah, that's really awesome.
Yeah.
So Caitlin, what's the average stay of someone in the housing program?
So the average stay for our transitional short-term housing programs for single moms, that's about 1.5 years. Our other short-term rental program, average stay is about 6 months. And then for our longer-term permanent supportive housing, the stay is about 3 or 4 years.
All right, well, thank you so much, ladies, for your time today. Good luck on your journey and congratulations again. And I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
What an amazing story of how when you think of others, you can really make a difference for someone and really change their lives. The clients here see Lighthouse as family, giving them the comfort and confidence that someone genuinely cares and is concerned over their well-being. Someone they can trust and who offers them much more than a box of food or shelter for the night. When supporting organizations like this, you become a part of that beacon of hope and shine so that others know that there is still a chance for a better life and future ahead. Still, the need is great. At Coolidge Place Apartments, the wait list is already over 500 people long, and new families are moving in every day. Support from United Way donors helps us continue to develop and fund innovative partnerships to organizations like Lighthouse to meet the growing needs of our community. With your help and support, you ensure that work with partners like Lighthouse continues. United, we can uplift and empower families to not just survive, but to thrive. For more information, please visit our website.